Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex2K. Um, on the last tutorial, we did something pretty short, which was just extending the rest of the head or the face. In this one, we're going to keep extending and going over and just pretty much getting the rest of the head done. So we're gonna start by organizing some of the things that are kind of messy right now, like the eyes that we haven't really done anything to those, and then we're gonna keep extending and doing eventually some cleanup. So so let's start. If we go to the hypergraph, you'll see there's a big mess of things. We got the ref planes, and then we got like this poly surface. These are all history stuff. It's a good idea to delete the history. So let's just go ahead and do that, and we're just gonna select everything and delete history. And you can see that some of those things are gone now. If we select the sclera and the eyeball, there they are. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take the eyeball and middle mouse drag it under the sclera. So it's sort of like a one group there. So all we do is we play with the sclera and we automatically play with the eyeball. Now if you don't like that approach, you can always just select both of them and group them and call it eye. Really, that's a matter of personal taste. They both work, as long as you know that eventually whenever you do nodes, you're gonna do them to the group rather than to the sclera. So once we get that, we got this, which we can actually get rid of that now, and we got this poly surface, which we can delete because it's an empty node, and that's the duplicate, and that's our head. So we're gonna call it head for now, just good practice, but that is going to end up calling poly surface whatever. So there we go. So we got some cleanup there, and we deleted layers. We deleted stuff that was on those layers, so we can always say layers delete unused layers, and it's going to delete any layer that's not used. In this case, we got layer 1. I'm just gonna delete that layer, which is the eye, and let's select our eye group. Our pivot is all the way down there, so let's press insert and put the pivot right here in the nose. Insert again and Control Shift D. There's our duplicate, and Control Shift D for our head. So at least this gives us a better idea as to how it's turning out. Now let's begin extending our head. The approach is relatively simple. If if you want to get broader, you can always again delete an edge and then just extend things, and then eventually just rebuild that edge. That's a matter of personal taste and choice. I'm just gonna do it just to make the workflow a little bit faster. So what we do is we first extrude all the way around the skull, and then we extrude around for the ear part, and then we begin to connect those. So you can start wherever you want. I'm gonna start here and just gonna extrude that face. And remember, try to keep it as low poly as possible, because that's less CV pushing and a faster workflow. So extrude one more time, and just take this all the way back there. Remember, this should always be perpendicular to the tangent of the curvature. And extrude that edge one more time there. And extrude it one more time. I'm just going to take it all the way down here. And extrude it one more time into the neck, and extrude it one more time down, and one more time over there. And this gives us a basic layout for that head there. Eventually we'll be shifting the positions of this. We can actually do it right now if we wanted to. Look at the back of the head now. See how right now, even if we make this transparent, the front of the head, all those wires are kind of like interrupting our view. So something we can do here is we can just select this ref and just put it here so that it kind of blocks that view. And even if you want to, you can actually do the same thing here for the front view, because they're not really going to interrupt each other because they got that back face culling option on. So it's pretty handy. Another reason why I like that back face culling option thing. So anyway, there we go. We got our basic layout, and you know, we can give it a little bit of shape. Hey kitty, that's Onassis. Just saying hi to my audience here. So there we go. So now we can take this back here again, and we can take this back there again. And now let's do the opposite side. So back to here. This is our side view. Let's take it back home. And this time we're going to do the ear. Now again, too many polys, so it's a good idea just to delete one and then just take this out. So we're just going to extend this back like so. Now we got to keep in mind where the trapezoid begins to be. It's born like back here, and it just kind of like goes all the way up. So you know, just try to get that shape on there. And let's extrude this back one more time. And this time I'm just gonna snap this vert over there with the with this guy there. And let's see this from the front. Let's just tap those so we don't select the opposite side. I'm just gonna move it just slightly out. So let's go back to solid here, and now we can add extra edge loops just to get the basic curvature of that skull on there. Something like that probably. It's not too bad. There we go. I'll be right back. Hey guys, what's up? Sorry about that interruption. That's what happens when you do a tutorial during the daytime and at work. So bear with me here. So anyway, we got this basic shape there going on, and now it's a matter of pretty much just connecting the dots. We got this hole that we need to fill out, and there's different ways we can fill it out. We can just, you know, keep extending these guys, or we can just make a polyface and then just redistribute as we want. Again, it's a matter of personal taste. I'm just gonna extrude this guy here and merge those verts together like so, always maintaining curvature and tangency. And let's do that one more time. Extrude, and same thing, just snap that there and merge, and then maintain curvature and tangency. And now we can select this too, and we can do the same thing. We can just extrude them out and merge this guy with that guy and merge them, and snap this to that and merge them. Then we can come here and just complete that area there. There we go. Now here we're gonna get a little bit simpler. We're just going to I'm going to do this with another approach, just so that you can see that there's multiple ways of doing this. This time I'm just going to use the append, and I'm just going to append this to that guy, and then fill in the gaps with the insert edge loop tool. Just going to insert this there and then merge those verts together. So as you can see, there's just different ways of doing the same thing over and over again. And for this last, so we can just append those two, and this last one we can append it, and that's a quad. So that's good. We don't have a try or anything weird there. And now that we have this, we can go ahead and modify our shape so that we get his skull a little bit more malish. See what we had originally here. It's not too bad. I'm just not too happy with this here. And yeah, there we go. We come here and go to the back view. And let's just see how this is looking. Remember, we're just trying to get the main form here, no details. So let's make this transparent and select him. Just push him back here and see where we're heading on this. Make sure you just tap them, you don't drag them, because if you drag them, you're going to accidentally select stuff in front. So just tapping them is a good idea. Well, these guys are not merged. Stuff happens. If you want to check and see if anything is or not merged, if you press 3, you'll see if something weird happens. Like you can see here in the middle, those two halves are not merged, so you can see some issues. That is an n-sided polygon, and there's another one there because those are the ones that I deleted there. So it's just a quick way of checking. So let's just adjust this form a little bit there. And there we go. So now we can complete those hangons. Let's go back here. And let's make a split there. And we're getting there, little by little. I'm just going to redirect this up. See if I can take better advantage of the space here. Okay. Let's put this back a little bit more. Let's put this up. Just because I move it on the side doesn't mean that everything's gonna work. You always need to go back into your 3D views and adjust everything there so that the curvature is correct. I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, you know, stuff happens and phones ring while you're doing tutorials and all that stuff. It's nobody's fault really. So anyway, we got our basic shape there. What we're going to do now is we're going to just keep on going for the bottom part, the bottom area of the neck, and you know, we can keep it like that, or same principle as before, delete an edge, then avert, then just select that area and simply begin to extrude your way out. So that's what we're doing right here. Just going to extrude a couple of times down into the clavicle area, and really not much to change there. There we go. So once we get that, then the next stage is just keep going. One thing to look for here is his front view will help us define how steep his trapezoid is. You can sort of see it coming down here. That's the muscle area. I don't know if maybe we have some images here that help us show that. See the muscle coming from back there down into here. You can see it there as well. Let's see if there's the tendons right there. You can really see it here, coming in from right the middle of the clavicle out into the back of the ear. So this is a really good place for us to see how that is showing. There's another example. Again, you can see where it's coming right smack down the middle up there. Here it's less pronounced, but still there. I mean, just like this turns up being too, but principle still applies. Let's look at this reference here. That's another place where you can really see where they're coming from. Another slight example, but there it is. There, and it comes all the way out there, up to there. And let's see if there's anything else that you can see here. It's the back. You can see it coming from there up into here. So that's pretty much what we're about to do. Is that area there. Am I going back here? So anyway, let's go ahead and do that. So if you look at it from the front, this is our clavicle right there. And I need to take that from there to here. So let's just make it a pen there. And from there to here. That's that muscle. And then we fill in the gaps. So we got that there. And you know, we don't want to get too crazy here, like having this completely opposite to its flow. but you know, just a happy medium is always a good idea. And let's make another append from there to here, and from here to there. So this helps us to see what's going to happen. I want to take this out a little bit like that. And one more split right there. And that is going to help us to append this to that, and this to that. And now we just keep filling gaps here. So let's add another split right there. And let's just merge these two guys here. Let's add another split right there. And we can merge them and then do something else with them. And then we will append this guy here. Now we have that. We just need to extend this, you know, where it belongs. So let's see. To refine this shape a little bit here. And we can delete that edge and just do that here, and then do this here. Let's make this transparent so that we can see what we're doing. Let's just take this a little bit more back and take this a little bit more to the front. So that we're able to get this working. Now remember that I took this from another reference, so I'm doing a bit of guesswork here. Excuse me. So it's beginning to get shape. Let's make this solid. And what we're going to do now is we're going to just keep going here a little bit further and eventually add that division in the middle so that we can give this direct curvature. But for now, let's just select this and extrude this down in there. And one more time. Let's see if we follow the contour, if it works for us. He's going to be a little hunched though, but he's got a big back at the same time, so it might work for us and not against us. So I'll change a little bit his proportions here to accommodate. And let's just delete this edge loop and append this to that, and this to that, and this to that. And now we can go here to the back view. And let's just select that. Move it here. And I don't know what just happened there, but let's make this solid for a second. Oh, there we go. I don't know, seems to not be wanting to do my friend today and merge. So let's just merge those. Still not merged. Maybe we got dual faces, so let's just backspace that. Still got dual faces somewhere. There we go. So let's just select this and that and extrude, and then move back, and vertex merge, vertex merge, and snap. Okay. So now let's see if we want to either take this out or if we want to add an extra edge loop. Start by taking it out since we're just talking about the main flow here. So here's our back. Here's our front. And just to make this look not so bad, we can, let's just remove this. Let's try smoothing it. And seem to get shape. Now it's a matter of adjusting some of his proportions and some of his shape, which we'll be doing on the next tutorial. So I'll catch you in a bit.